All right. Believe we're live. We'll just go with that and assume that is so. Assume that is so. Friday. So we're back to our classic Dungeons and Dragons game in the Mystara universe using basic expert rules or the newfangled old school essentials. Same rules, just cleaned up a bit. So So here we are. Another Friday night. Richard, who you playing?
Hi, I'm Richard, and I'm playing the new, old, entirely basic and expert Scrimbleshanks, the halfling, not thief.
He is both basic and expert.
Indeed.
People tell you all about it. Do you have if you have time to listen?
Mm-hmm.
Dion, who you got?
Hello, I'm Dion. Tonight I'm playing Stoltheim Reinbach the Seventh, who is a level 6 magic user / level 6 cleric.
And as we found out last game, you got to become a lich to be the sixth and higher in the order. Yeah. Aspirations. Jameis, who you got?
Hey, sure. I'm playing Talon Rayhorn. He's a theory of priest level 8 and will never rise any other levels because we don't get enough XP.
Never again. Exactly. You got to kill like a continent to get enough experience points now. Something like that.
That's
Which,
the whole
might be
hollow
the offing.
world. What does a hollow world do?
How much experience in the whole world? Bill, who you got?
Hey everybody, I'm Bill. I am playing Radnor the Large. He is a 9th level magic user. He is very large, and he is never late. He is never early. He arrives precisely when he means to.
In other words, he has no concept of time. That's
pretty much no. But he's got enough magic that he doesn't have to.
Constantine, who you got?
I got. Of course, I'm fucking muted. I knew it. I just felt it.
You're not
Anyway,
muted.
I was. Anyway, I got Dilga tonight, the dwarf.
Okay. So last time, you rescued puppies. You started a petting zoo. No, that's not you. No. But things burned. A lot of things burned. Yeah. Sky battles.
I mean, we didn't burn them, so that's an improvement.
Because you are inadvertently always in the presence of something that's burning doesn't mean that you caused the burning.
That's kind of
Only
true.
because-
Radnar
It was only because you couldn't
fireballs.
cast Fireball. That's why we didn't cause any burning.
It's
Otherwise,
unusual that I'm not the cause of the burning.
Yeah. These giant magnifying glasses this time. Yeah, to cause the burning. Well, you saved some of the camp. Scrimbleshank saved, all the natives who scattered with their, haul of metal in their arms as they flee into the wilderness. But yeah, mostly you've now got the smoking ruins of a little fort in the middle of an inhospitable area with dinosaurs out there. Yeah. Yeah. So we'll take up with the fires being put out. Some assessment being made of what buildings and supplies survived. And people starting to excavate the area around the pit where that's where they get resupplied from and how they get back up through the hollow world. There's no real way. They don't know how these Haldarians came in. They certainly didn't get to the hollow world the same way that the Alphasians here did. And unfortunately, due to how the battle progressed, there are no survivors from those airships.
What you gonna do?
Yeah.
really?
Galen, could you possibly track the treads of the digging machines so we can find the hole out of here that they made, possibly?
Well, they didn't use a hole to get here. I mean, they flew to this base in the sky.
Well, they, as far as they knew, there wasn't another entrance. So, and the digging machines went missing. So maybe they dug a hole out.
Oh, I see what you're
So
getting.
if
So
we
maybe
follow the treads, if they have like a tread track or that's distinguishable, like
it's a good thought. One of the foremen who did the initial report that your comrade and some gnomes and a digging machine disappeared that's of course one of the first things they attempted to do, because the treads are very obvious. There's nothing else down here quite like them. They didn't leave the base.
what
There's no treads going out of the base.
is there a building that has a hole in it somewhere in the ground? Like,
I mean, they could have used teleport magic, I suppose. Maybe they've got a better way of using it than us. I
I
don't
don't
know.
think
doesn't
teleport
really
magic
work.
work here.
Right, I understand that it doesn't work for us, but wasn't the person who left a new god person? It might work for them. I don't know. That's just a wild speculation.
Because their
His
god is
teleportation works
here.
through his
Oh.
god's bowels, you see. It doesn't go through the
exactly.
normal
I
liminal
mean,
space.
Ragnar's the god?
Or they just cast invisibility and levitate and just yoink, wing.
Yeah, that as well.
Oh.
Or maybe they
As
walk
best
backwards.
as the people searching this morning, and they haven't had a great deal of time to find out if this is true or not, is that they went down the pit with the digging machine. It's the only thing they can think of, because there's clear tread marks, because that's where the drilling machines go, is down the pit, which also becomes up the pit after the little gravity reversal thing.
Went down the pit. Just the way you have to say it.
So do we should we go down the pit?
Well, right now the pit is covered by a lot of debris and flaming
Oh,
wreckage that's
that
being moved out of the
pit.
way
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
We're stuck
Yeah.
here for now. We gotta
for a little bit.
yeah.
little
Yeah. If we want to get out of here, we gotta find another way. Or we
Mhm.
could hang out and
And as far as they
options.
know, the Thyacians don't make use of machines as much. I mean, they could have used magic or some other ways to have dug their way down here. It's entirely possible, but they don't think it was by the use of one of their digging machines. So, they're not sure. It's a good idea, but they don't think so.
The other ship was in a battle right now, right?
No, it won its battle.
It won? Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Did they finally get back here or
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, we should talk to their cleric.
I mean,
The cleric is furiously typing on a keyboard that is very loud.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my bad.
could we talk to one of the dead people? I mean,
Do we have speak with
do we
dead?
have anything like that?
I've got
Or-
race dead. I'm kind of
Oh.
reluctant. Actually, it's
Yeah,
not
so
that if I do. That's a 5th level spell. I just don't know if I can use raised dead at the moment.
Well, part of your when your commander was talking about spellcasters that spells that were known to not be effective, things that interact with souls, including reincarnation, raise dead, and speak with dead, don't work down here.
Okay. There you go.
Yeah.
If you die in the hollow earth, you die in real life.
No.
Oh dear.
We can have a look at their eyeballs and see what the last thing they saw before death was. Though I suspect it was a massive flame coming right towards them.
It might have been the ground coming down.
One of them is a halfling that looks suspiciously like Scramble Shanks, just shanking them.
Hmm.
All right, so you guys were helping the crews try and pull out folks, survivors, wounded, that sort of thing, as they're taking stock of the situation. The first thing that they need to do is, they need some more trees cut down. They've got to reestablish the fence around the outpost. That's not just there for looks. There are carnivorous large reptiles out there that do make runs on the fort, and that's why they're there. So after everyone is rested up a bit and gotten a meal, your crew is directed out to help with the dropping of some trees and the setting up of a fence line.
Do we have lookouts, etc.? Because we have just roasted so much meat here, which must be attracting all the dinosaurs.
Yeah.
So I'd quite like them to be able to, spot.
And all
giant
the
lizards and go, Oh, well, I mean, at least the flies down here. Are there flies down here? There must be.
Well, at least we're not like in the oceans. Don't guess we're gonna like track sharks unless they're playing
So-
sharks.
Captain Marquez is the cleric who is now back. They were gone and took exceptionally longer to get back than they thought because they were actually out investigating potential portals that these ships may have come down from. So, so apparently towards the center of this continent, there was a passage of sorts, although they found as their vessel, they tried to explore it, but as the vessel got closer to it, the magic started to fail, and they were afraid that they were going to just destroy the whole vessel. So they observed it for a while to see if anything was coming in or out, saw nothing, couldn't think of a better way of trying to go through that hole. So if these Hildonic forces came through, they must have some way of preserving the magics of their ships. Otherwise, they would just drop as the magic is removed from the holes.
Oh, I also mentioned to everybody, hey, we should maybe scavenge these crashed ships to see if we can get any of that tech. The guy told us to do that.
Yeah.
Alright. I mean, I'll be honest with you, I'm probably not the best to do that, but I'll help you guys.
Dilga is so worn out from helping survivors. She's yawning as she speaks.
My bad.
You're good.
Do you have a beard?
What?
Does Dilga have a beard?
Dilga's a woman, but no.
Right. Well, she's a dwarf, so
She has a long mustache, if you're wondering.
okay.
Like one of those handlebar ones.
Oh,
That's where
fuck
they-
yeah.
Does she ride one of those bicycles?
Does she
with-
grease it into like bicycle handlebars and
Oh, I love this.
And she rides one of those
Yeah.
bicycles with a huge front wheel?
No, she's too short. She's not big enough for that.
now I've got this crazy image of a dwarf with handlebar mustache riding one of these little big wheel plastic tricycles. Now it's stuck in my head now. Thanks.
No problem. Anytime.
Okay. So
we're
yeah,
down.
you
I mean,
guys
we're
are
down
something.
here in the Jurassic World sort of thing. So if we can get that going on with raptors flanking him as well, we can recreate the Chris Pratt thing.
Now, I don't know if we found this out or not, but are we expecting these attackers to come back?
We don't know. This is Captain Maracaz speaking. They didn't see any signs of further ships, but there very well could be. But the most immediate problem is, yes, all the smell of charred flesh and blood is going to bring creatures. We really need to repair the fence line as soon as possible.
Well, if only you can get your native people to help with that, can't you? Oh dear, where have they gone? What happened there? Oh, never mind. I guess you'll have to do something else instead. Hmm?
She hands you a shovel. Yes.
Oh, what's this for? What? Oh, damn.
Hey, I've got an idea. We'll have them build up the wall with mud, right? and I'll spend some time memorizing the reverse of transmute rock to mud. Transmute mud to rock.
Mm.
I mean, would that even work?
Yeah, I mean, I guess, but making the mud would be difficult. The area is a jungle. There's not a lot of free earth available.
Easy, just cast Radnar's Dyspeptic Bowels.
Turn crap to stone. That's
You know, it's now Radnor's got that idea. And he's gonna just have to try that before he goes to bed. No, because he'd have to memorize the spell. That's ridiculous even for Radnar.
Well, either way, they send out crews to cut down logs, crews to start building the fence. If anybody has any engineering ability or just crafty ability, they put you on the one team versus the other. Seeing as you all are, skillless laborers, you're felling trees.
That'd be good in a management position.
Oh, we have the Triceratops.
That would help. Yeah.
They can help.
Yeah, you can use it to help drag the logs back as the fence is erected. They've done this often enough that they've got it down pretty well. They tell you, exactly which trees to use, how tall the trees need to be. They get a crew coming down to basically, chop all the limbs off, so it's a nice straight bit. And the fence actually goes up fairly quickly as the
I have a
crews
little
go in.
buddy,
So,
don't I?
what's that?
I have a little. I still have that
Yeah.
Triceratops, right?
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
I'm gonna
Probably using it to
get-
help drag the trees.
Well, yeah, I was thinking more along the lines of while they're shoring up the wall, have him wait outside so if any predators come around, he can deal with them. Would I be
Your
able to-
dinosaur is a plant eater. Really, it doesn't have the attack kind of temperament. It's more of a defense sort of creature.
Okay, well, then I guess he can help pull trees.
Yeah.
Do whatever. Yeah.
Yep, that works. Let's see. Let's have Bill. Why don't you roll me a D10, please?
Did they want people to go raid tech from those fallen ships, or is that all handled by some other?
Well, if you want to be part of that party, that's fine too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to go do that.
Sure. So what'd you get, Bill?
I got 5.
Okay, so no dinosaurs attack in the first couple of hours. The fence is being built. Going to rescue the tech. So one of the lenses did survive. The others are all smashed on impact, but one of them did survive.
I'll also
Does-
take 10 minutes to activate my site to see if there's anything else of interest around.
Sure, if you want to do that. Once the holes of the ships were splintered, they lost their kind of magic cohesion. So there's nothing magical about the ships anymore. The magnifying lens has some residual magic on them, is not magical in itself.
Can I try to affix the lens to the end of my kobold staff?
Okay, so this lens is like 5 feet in diameter.
Oh, it's a really
yeah, it's
big
a big lens.
That would
Yeah.
look
Yeah.
hilarious, though.
I know. Well, I was thinking I could just hold it in front of me and they just continual light, right? And they just
Oh.
laser beam people like they did.
Well, you know continual light, don't you?
Yeah, but I gotta take a sleep.
Uh,
I'm tapped out.
You just, things cast continual light on an object, and then they put that object on the end of the lens.
Mm.
I still have a genuine fig jam, lamp.
Oh, yeah. I have one that I did myself, a necklace. But yeah, I could hold that on the end of the kobold staff, and then we can just have somebody carry the lens around, and I can.
Put it on wheels, and you've got a caddy just to move the lens around. All right. So it seems to be a purely mechanical device. Like I said, there is some residual magic on it, but it itself is not radiating magic. The frame is brass. It's finely ground. It doesn't actually, getting a good look at it, it doesn't appear, it's not glass. It looks like it's crystal, maybe quartz that has been finely ground and very highly polished.
That's interesting.
It'd have to be a very large piece of quartz for this to be one piece cut out and polished like this.
I wonder if they have jewels that big in the mountains here.
Guys that are looking at the wreck, go ahead and make me an intelligence checks, please. Bill, you're with your dinosaur, so you're probably not with this crew.
Right, okay.
Intelligence.
That's all right. We got Stoppelheim. Very low success.
And I got a
Moderate.
medium normal success.
Okay. There is nothing else on board these ships that resembles this technology. Even the brass kind of swivel holding thing that holds the lens in place is rather crude.
You're rather crude.
Well,
I was just wondering, if I tap the crystal, does it emit like a pure note or something? Or just...
Oh, it does. Yes, it resonates.
All right.
I'm gonna hold my necklace on one side of it, the continual light, and just see what happens.
Oh, roll me a luck check, high or low.
Hi, baby. All right, come on, roll 20.
No.
Low, baby.
So you hold your amulet that's got the continual light cast upon it. The crystal does seem to reverberate as if it were struck, and then that light is magnified 1,000-fold as it burns to death a worker that walks in front of the lens.
I just shuffle over to his ashes and just smear it into the ground more so it's less noticeable. Right? Keep light away from that.
Crispy chicken.
Jameis, how likely would it have been that your character would still have had the magic side up while this happened?
I would say quite well, because I was looking around and this is all happening.
Okay.
during the
So the lens isn't magical, but when something magical, especially something that is light generating and magical, is brought near it, there is kind of a resonance that's set up, and it does, like, you can see the little minor amount of spell empowerment on the amulet that's got the continual light on it. As it's brought close to that lens, the magic is multiplied several factors over and over and over.
Wow. That's
So
really-
it is an effect the stone has around magic. Maybe specifically light creating magic.
Yeah.
Now, you said there were busted ones too, right? The
Yeah.
other lenses. Can I
Mhm.
go back and get like one of the shards from the
Mhm.
lens and then try that too? Like, is it still going to magnify it? I aim to the ground.
No. It doesn't actually. If you kind of tink it like Galen did, it doesn't vibrate either. It seems like its shaping and the polishing has a lot to do with the effect and not just the crystal itself.
Yeah, like an actual lens. Okay. Okay.
Or like it's been tuned.
Oh. This is cool. As a concept, this is so cool to me. All right, cool. Well, we got what we came for. We could use this against them.
Okay. Richard, roll me a d10.
No. I can give you the number 10.
Okay. A couple more hours go by. Some smaller predators come out, but are too timid to risk all the people that are still around. Nothing large yet. You've got about a quarter of the fence put up that needs to be. You're making pretty good progress, though.
Can we move this lens to the area that needs to be defended?
Sure.
Like roll it.
Yeah, it's still got its like brass frame around it, but the little swivel pedestal was all messed up. But you could do exactly that. You can kind of roll it over.
All right, cool. I just let everybody know, like, hey, if something like comes out of the woods, something big, like, get out of the way of this and tell me where to point it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Pointing it will be a little bit some effort. It is big. It is 5 feet.
Dilga, would you give me a hand with this if that happens? Because you got some muscle.
Of course, honey.
I know you're good with like heavy machinery too, so this could you're probably really good at trajectory and angle, and I would appreciate that.
Yeah, that's what my ex-husband said.
Did he die too?
Dilga, give me a D10 roll.
Of course.
Okay.
Yeah. I get to use
Yeah.
it.
3/4 of the fence is up, and it is there's no night and day cycle here, so it's many hours pass by, but inevitably the scent of death, charred flesh and blood is just too much of a temptation, and some of the
Barbecue.
larger predators, the largest and strongest in the area, are pushed through. And you see the trees being felled as they're making a pathway towards the smell. People up in the watchtower give warning, but yes, you have attracted some of the large predators heading this way.
Alright. I start pointing in the direction towards where I'm like seeing and hearing the trees falling, so we're ready.
I'm gonna say your your leader in charge of you points out that, like, that's going to set fire to the woodlands as well if you miss. And I don't know if you've noticed this, Stoltheim, but we're surrounded by forest.
Oh,
I
all
think we can
right.
try
I start
something.
rolling it into the city.
I put my hand on the thing and cast protection from evil, 10-foot radius.
Okay. I don't know. That may or may not work because animals really don't have intentions.
Yeah, and I don't know if the crystal is actually going to expand it either, so we'll find out.
Okay.
Sanctuary?
I don't know. Sanctuary's not a spell.
So okay, go over this again. You cast it at near the lens.
I cast it sort of using the lens to sort of, as a thing. It's I cast it on me, but I'm using the lens.
Okay, cast it on you. There's no magnification to it. It
Okay.
seems like the lens is tuned, for a lack of a better word, to a specific type of spell.
Okay. No, I was trying.
Yeah.
Is anybody hurt?
No, I don't think cure would help. And there's no mass cure spell either. It's all individual people.
As Stoltheim looks back to the pile of ashes he just created.
Just super cure them.
Okay, so yeah, you've got a little bit of warning. They muster the people that they can that have crossbows. They bring out some flaming pitch as well. A lot of the predators around don't like fire so much, but we got to be very light on how we use it because we don't want to set fire to the forest. That would be bad.
I'm going to sort of take that and go out in the forest and just sort of try and hit predators off. Because I have protection from evil, if they try and attack me, that then just comes with attention that it would help protect against. So I'm just trying to guide them away or
Maybe.
Also, I'm a ranger. I'm good with animals.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, so you obviously know that they're being attracted by the massive smell of death,
Yeah.
blood,
So,
and
take some
cooked
meat out.
flesh.
So meat out of your.
Yeah, yeah. So what do you want? What steps do you want to take to head this off? You're just gonna go out.
Yeah, well, I'm going to go and have some fire with meat. Also, going to take some meat, some of the preferably some of the meat that wasn't actually people, just other meat that we had.
Yeah, I mean the storeroom's burned, so there's a lot of
Yeah.
food that was okay.
Kind of wasted
Okay.
in that. So yeah, we'll try and.
Huh.
Do
Make
what I
me a
can.
D100 roll. Let's just leave it up to luck. High or
High.
low?
High, and yes,
Okay.
I'm a ranger, baby.
You head out into the woods, and it is a contingent of 3 very, very large lizards walking on hind legs. So think T-Rex, right? That's not what they are, but think T-Rex. Just in your player's mind, T-Rex. They're a good 14, 15 feet tall or so. They would come up, like their heads would just come up right near, but not over the top of the palisades that are set up. As they're pushing their way through, they're fighting amongst themselves a little bit. And these are some of the larger specimens, you're being told. Some other folks are coming out with you, carrying some of this food. It's not a bad idea. And the food is, I mean, for the most part, ruined, being well overcooked.
There's probably a couple of people. I'm just trying to take out Gary. I never liked him anyway. He can go feed the.
So the food is a distraction. You throw it to the side. They do go for it. They fight over it a little bit before each of them kind of stakes out an area and starts eating. But you do see the heads raised into the air. They're still being attracted by the smell of death in the camp. You've bought a little bit of time.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's a perfect system. I'm not saying I'm going to eat everyone. I'm just doing what I can.
Okay. What's everybody else doing? Bill, you're probably still out there with your dinosaur that's acting very skittish now because there are predators, alpha level predators that are out here. Your dinosaur sniffs the air every once in a while and is getting a little skittish.
Oh, we can head back. If he's that skittish, I know there's a reason for that. So
Okay. Yeah. I mean, you're told that that you've attracted some predators. Your friend, the elf, walked out that way with a bunch of burned food. We haven't heard any screaming yet.
Are there any less imposing dinos now that the big ones are out? Not
Most of the other ones are just really
T-Rexes?
small, like really, really tiny ones.
Really tiny ones?
Yeah.
Like, any nearby?
Well, there's some that are kind of scavengers. So, whenever they get a chance, they'll dart in and they'll grab an arm, a leg, or some fingers here and there from a corpse. These are they're really small, tiny.
I want to cast
look like rats.
I want to cast Speak with Animals on one.
Okay. All right.
I
Pulls out a knife.
asked
Back
them-
off! This food's mine.
You can have all the food you want that you find, no problem. Helps with cleanup. Those big ones out there, though, how can we scare them off?
No, they don't scare off. I mean, fire's scary. When they
Fire?
got the scent of blood, they're gonna eat, they're gonna feed, they're gonna feed, and they're gonna feed, and they're gonna feed until there's nothing left. You gotta be small, you gotta be fast, you gotta be agile, you gotta get out of the way.
All right. Yeah, that's the only good thing with those is just keep fire.
Taunt them, tell them that their arms are tiny and useless. They don't like that either.
Oh. Okay. All right. Good to know. All right. Thank you, little one. I give him like a loaf of bread that I have.
They bite your hand. Just because you can
Ow.
speak to me doesn't mean I like you.
I was just giving you food for thank you. I go on. I'm like, I come back to the group. fire will scare them off, but we knew that already. Otherwise, they're gonna come for the food.
Do we have anything spicy?
Mm. Yes, but it's all native stuff that they're probably used to eating.
Yeah, but the plants wouldn't be spicy if the animals were used to it.
Good point.
After all, plants are spicy for a reason. It's not to attract animals, it's to scare them.
Yeah, I mean, there are spicy peppers. Lots of them. It's
Or,
adding to
you know,
the irresistible bouquet of all of the grilled meat.
Although I will say, civilized or I guess intelligent creatures are the only ones that eat spicy food because they enjoy it. Because I guess we're masochists. Other animals don't. Anyway.
Yeah, some animals actually don't. They don't have the receptors, so it's not spicy anyway. Like dogs and cats, also no receptors. They don't taste heat.
They're going by smell, so we just need a more potent smell to put them off.
Yeah.
To the farting!
Don't I normally have a spell that can do that? I don't have it prepared.
I mean, we could light up a load of people around the food and then mass dyspeptic bowels. That might put them off.
Right. Yeah, so your food distraction doesn't last long given the size of these three dinosaurs. So they start again, heads in the air. They're being drawn towards the fort.
Wonder what would happen if I cast dyspeptic bowels on one of those.
You'll be able to find out what his diet consists of.
Also, we could use it to mark the territory so that other big animals would not come around. Not that I'm
Yeah, so
suggesting
it's heading towards the incompleted palisade. Jameis, you and like 6 men are on the outside. They've got crossbows, and they're kind of looking to you like the commander is like, should we take shots at them? What should we do here?
Light the crossbow. Can you do fire crossbow?
Same
bolts?
problem. If they miss, potentially they can start. Yeah.
We'll shoot the ground ahead of them rather than up at the forest, I would assume.
Well, the people outside with Galen didn't come prepared for that. But if you want to talk to the people on the inside about that, it's not a bad idea.
Mm-hmm.
And if they shoot the ground like around the fort where it's been clear cut, less chance of fire starting. That might work. Not a bad plan, Dion. I'll tell you what. Why don't you roll me a D100, say high or low, and then roll me a D20.
D100, let's say high. Boop.
Very low.
Low.
Now a D20.
D20. Come on, no whammy, no whammy, no whammy. 14.
14's good. Okay, so half and half. It kind of works. The fire shot over, in the path of the animals, and they're not charging right in. They're not completely overcome by their hunger since Galen's side snack took a little bit off. So the fire does deter them a bit, enough so that they don't come into the place as a whole. So they're kind of standing on the outside. They're still kind of sniffing the air. It's like they're trying to decide if the meal is worth the flames. With that 4 for the luck check, however, one of the bolts does go astray.
No.
Does go outside, hits a tree, starts a small fire, but it's not like a raging fire or anything. You've got a crossbow bolt that's been lit on fire. It hit a tree. It's starting to spread, but it's not a forest fire yet. But between you and that burning bolt is 3 dinosaurs.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. I'm going to. Let's see. Let's try and get rid of at least one of them. Cause fear.
Oh, cause fear. Good spell. Okay. Think they get
It's a
saved.
save versus spell.
Okay.
Da, 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 da. Do, 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 do.
Wow. He's not scared. Be not afraid, Dino.
Let's
Alright,
cut
worth
There's,
a
there's
shot.
not enough brain there for fear to register as anything.
Alright. New plan. I'm gonna
Well,
roll
hold on,
around.
Stoltheim. You've
Okay,
done a few things there. Let's
Sorry.
have someone else. What's going on with everyone else? Scrimbleshanks, what have you been doing during this time?
Well, I mean, I was told go and chop down trees and help out there, so that's what I've
So
been
you're-
doing. I'm just on the work crew helping out.
Okay, so you're on the work
Or
crew. It's
not
still
helping
trying.
out.
Yeah, you're still felling trees. You're still having to get that done. The dino problem can resolve itself. Galen,
Oh, I've got a really stupid idea. So perfect.
those are the best.
Yeah, but does someone else want to do something first?
Doesn't sound like it.
Okay. This is not going to work. I know this is not going to work because there's no one going to be able to do the roll. But
It's never stopped us before.
exactly. The natives rode the dinosaurs with the aid of getting a saddle and stuff on them. What if I just run and jump them on the dinosaurs and ride it bareback? Then I can control it.
Okay,
Do it.
sure.
Do
You're
it.
milling around on the outside.
I'm not going to
trying
make it because
decide-
there's no one rolling well enough. But yeah,
Try to decide if the meal is worth it enough while this crazy elf leaps onto one of them, starts scrambling up. I want a dex check to get yourself in place where you can't be shaken off or bitten off.
50-50 chance, baby. Whoa, good
Success. Right, so you lodge yourself just behind like the neck joint of the vertebrae where they can't swing their head around enough to get to you. It's actually it almost even seems like it's a perfect place to actually be astride this beast as one of the backbone bits that makes like almost a perfect seat back there, and its arms are too small to reach you, its head can't swing around behind enough. So you're safely on its back. Now what?
Now I control it. I'm doing what I want. So yeah, that's but no, there's something worse I'm going to do, but that'll be next turn. So if we're doing turns.
Okay. I tell you what, make me an intelligence check while you're up there.
Nah, that I won't take. Yep. Not great, but yep.
Yeah, success. There's actually its skin there's scales, and you can't help but notice that it looks like this dinosaur might have been ridden before. Some of the scales on its back neck are flared out a little, and they look a little inflamed. You can kind of get a hand in there underneath the scale. And when you do so, it seems like, it causes them to react and to kind of move opposite the direction that you get your hand in, and you start manipulating that bit of flesh under the scale.
All right, I'm going to make this worse in just a second. Give them the next chance to do something.
Okay. So what are you doing?
Me?
So yeah, you can kind of direct it. Kind of.
I cast Growth of Animal.
You cast animal growth? Sorry.
Growth of Animal. Makes it.
Oh my
twice
gosh.
big.
What is it?
Growth
Growth
of
of animal.
animal.
That's now T-Rex. It's twice as big that I'm in control of, that I can get it to run over the other ones and run other way. And you want to eat some of the other smaller ones?
Yeah, so unfortunately, when it grows twice as big, that perfect saddle that you found isn't quite so perfect anymore because it's growing out of proportion. Make me your choice of a strength check or dex check to hang on as it grows.
Strength is better, so I'll try that. Come on, fail. Oh, yes.
You're
No.
good.
Well,
It's not.
I would have failed my dex.
So yeah, so a strength check works. So you're basically just hanging on with your hands in those flaps of scales. There's no longer a neat seat to sit in, but you're still hanging there. So this one grows, and I tell you what, I'm gonna make a morale check of the other two because
Yeah, well, it's going to go after the other two because it's going to take me. Yeah, my ultimate plan is to lead it away and run off the back before. Oh, that's pretty mediocre.
Yeah, so I definitely see you as now the one to gang up against. So they're not attacking, but they're also not fearful of the extra size this dinosaur's grown to. So Radnar and Dilga, you are now seeing. Also, this dinosaur is now, not that it matters because you're at the hole in the fence, but it's now heads and shoulders above the top of the palisade. So this dinosaur grows. Some of the folks inside, you know what? Nobody was prepared for this. The folks inside need to roll a morale check, I think. They're all right. Okay. What's everyone else doing? I'll get back to you in a minute, James. So you've got this Godzilla-sized lizard out there now. The two smaller ones are kind of growling at it, and they seem to be taking up positions on either side of it. It looks like they're not backing down, and the larger one is now the threat that might eat all the food. Anyone else doing anything? Radnar, you're around. So is Dilga.
Just, my specialty is more in like massive fucking of shit.
Okay.
So, like, I don't think that would be the prudent course right now.
I don't know what type of dog that is, so I don't think I can help.
All right, Jameis. Oh, Stollheim, you have something?
I'm gonna roll around in some soot real quick to cover my scent.
You rolled the dust of Bernie, the guy that you burned to death.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna cast some visibility on myself and run around the situation to try and get to that fire.
Oh, that's smart. Okay, so you're covering your scent. I tell you what. I'm just gonna make a roll here.
Why did I picture you running around that guy from the Jersey Shore?
They don't pick up on your scent, and since you're invisible, they don't catch the quick motion. So yeah, you're able to run past, and you can take care of that bolt before the fire spreads further. That's fine.
Yes.
Jameis, you are somewhat in control of this large dinosaur. The other two aren't backing down. They look like they've kind of spread out so that they can kind of flank the big one.
Time for dino on dino action.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So best you can, you force it to, by digging your hands into those soft spots. It causes it some pain, so it lashes out. Go ahead and make me a D20 roll.
Mm-hmm. What's the Thaco on a dinosaur? That's
not that
good.
low.
Not that low.
Yeah. It lashes out with its bite and misses. Make 2 more D20 rolls. Tail swipe misses.
Wow.
And its ineffectual little hands.
It's just not used to being this size. It can't quite work out how to hit something that small.
Yeah, that's what it is. That's what it is. Okay, so we have dino on dino action. I'm going to make some rolls here. Ineffectual. Tail.
They're not doing
One.
any better.
All right.
Oh, there we
You
go.
hit with both of the tail swipes, though. So, like at the same time, each one hits one of the legs. Roll a d20 for me, Jameis.
Okay. Can do.
Get less than a 10. That's not less than a 10. Okay. Your dino is knocked off its feet as it goes barreling into the sides, knocking down some of the finches. Are you going to try to ride it down, or are you going to just let yourself be thrown from it?
I'll write it down. What the hell?
You're going to write it down. Okay. Your choice again of a strength or a dex check to hang on and not be smashed by it.
Strength. Come on, be smashed.
Okay.
Low success.
You write it down. It hits the ground, where the other two now try to tear into it with its little bitty hands. Oh, one of them goes straight for the jugular with his little bitty hands and starts clawing at the throat.
Well, worst case, they get to feed on the big one now and they leave us alone. Win-win.
Oh, yours roars. There's blood that sprouts out of its neck as these little bitty hands just kind of claw at this thing's neck. All right. I think though at this point you're probably not in control of it, so it's just gonna attack back here. Give me a second to. Oh, not good. Oh, not good. Yeah, just not good at all. Oh my gosh. The two little ones. Oh my gosh.
It's a massacre. It's a massacre.
Okay, so good and bad. Good and bad. The two smaller ones just completely eviscerate this giant lizard. Luckily for you, though, it is an easier feast than what it's smelling in there with the fire. So it drags their kill off.
Bye. Happy to help, I guess. I'm a good guy.
As the light goes
Congratulations
out of the
on
giant dino's eye, it looks over you. It looks over to you like you've somehow done it wrong.
Yeah.
Congratulations on proving that T-Rex was a scavenger and not a predator. Well done.
No, they killed it first, so it's fresh. It's a fresh kill.
Exactly.
I don't get to cast Cure Light Wounds. I was preparing. Oh well.
Well, a novel solution to the approach. They will be feasting like kings. I wonder if when the spell runs out, just like the meat in their stomach also shrink. They're like,
Let's hope not, or they'll be back.
just like an Asian buffet. You fill your stomach, and 2 hours later, you're hungry again. Okay, yeah, that was something. It did wreck a little bit of the fence, but teams quickly go to work, and let's have Richard roll another D10 as they finish off the last bit of the fence line.
D10, D10, D10.
Well, then we have a 6 this time, middle of the road.
All right, yeah, the fence gets completed. What defenses are able to mount? They get they have some more of the soldiers with crossbows at the top of this giant fence in certain locations. I mean, it's as defensible as it can be. They lost a lot of men. They no longer have their paid labor force not gone. Fires have been put out. They have cleared out the pit by this point.
Oh, we can go and investigate the hole now because somebody said thing might be down there.
Yeah. So Captain Marquez, the cleric, she's been informed of the drill gone missing. So she was anxiously awaiting the hole to be cleared, and she's going to take one of the gnome devices down. If you would like to join, your leader has been extolling how well you have performed this entire time. The fact that the missing person was part of his crew should in no way besmirch your group. No, so Marquez actually says it's you have spent the most time of anyone else here around him. It might be useful if you come with me as well.
Yeah, we know how he thinks now, obviously. I mean,
yes. Well, I mean, she doesn't even know what he looks like, so.
Do we have track object or locate object or something? Yeah?
Yeah, I do. Well, and technically Stockline does as well.
If I take a nap.
I don't know how that works, but
Not well. It's the range, I think, is probably going to defeat whatever you've got. Because I thought of that as well, but then I sort of looked at the range on it, and it's like, it's not great.
You got to be fairly close by for
yeah,
it to...
120. Range is 120, but it is. So it's probably not close enough.
It's great for finding your keys when you lose them.
Okay. Well.
Yeah, so not. Yeah, no, yeah, I was still thinking locate object as well. Also, the spell cannot be used to locate creatures, so it has to be something we fight on the creature. Were you thinking driller?
The drill, yeah, itself. I mean,
Yeah, if it's gone too far ahead, then
yeah.
I think we'll probably spot it when we see it. Oh, look, there it is. I see it now.
We've located it. It's there.
Yeah.
So you grab one of the gnomish tunnel shapers. It normally has a crew of 4. It's got a fairly high cargo capacity, though, because these things are used to ferry food stuff and whatnot down. Although, with the number of people that are going this time, it's going to be rather uncomfortable, as you're just going to have to hold on to straps in the back. There's not enough seats for everyone. But yes, they're going to take a tunneler down.
Wait, do we need it? I mean, does it leave
That's
a hole
that's
behind
how
it
they
or
get
not?
up. That's how they get up and down through the pit. Like, there's not like a gantry or anything else. This is how they move items up and down. Could you do
Okay.
it without it? Sure. Like, you can just use rope and grapple if you would like.
Okay, I'm obviously misunderstanding what this tunneler does then. Because how does it tunnel up?
Okay, so the way the Hollow World works is you start down, and then there's this gravity plane that causes everything to
Flip.
turn to
Yeah.
flip, and then now down becomes up, and it continues to tunnel up.
Right, but that was a significant distance up. So how did they do that? How did they get up to get to
Well,
the
because
gravity flip where the tunneler was
well,
used?
it's gravity going down until they hit the thing that causes everything to flip. So
Right,
guess
so
I don't
if I am
understand
on the
question.
ground, how do I
Yeah.
get to the bit where the gravity is flips?
Oh, well, the tunneler, the way the tunneler works is it actually adheres to the wall of the pit, and so it's actually scaling down the pit's wall. So it's not
Right.
drilling its way down. It's just it's a transport vehicle at this point.
Right, okay, that makes sense. Vaguely.
They were originally used to make the pit, but now they just use them as transport.
Real quick, Bert, you got feedback on your mic now that you hit it. It's like a high pitched squeak.
Oh, okay. Hold on a sec.
It's very faint, but I hear it. It's gone. Oh, he muted himself, that's why. I just wanted to make sure for the recording.
Still there?
Yes, it's better now.
Yeah.
But it's still there. Or
No, it's not there. No, I meant. Yeah, you're good.
yeah, it's a USB connection. It's not great. Yep. So several of these tunnelers came down to make the pit in the first place, and now it's just the fact that they're able to cling to the side of the wall, and they've got an immense amount of storage space.
Okay. Where's the ceiling of this gravity? I guess it doesn't matter, but I'm just now wondering how high up you'd have to go in an airship before you
Enter of the
accidentally flip.
mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's an interesting question. Yeah. So if you drop an airship that is not magically floating, it just falls. At some point, it hits the gravity well, and now it goes up. And it can fly again.
Briefly.
Briefly.
Yeah, whatever.
All right. So yeah,
All right.
you guys set off. There was some damage to the pit side, so the drill actually does have to be employed to clear out some of the rubble as it goes down. There are 2 gnomes aboard, a pilot and co-pilot, that are actually maneuvering the machine. It also seems to be like everything is also sized for the gnomes, and the captain and others don't actually look like they know how to use the machine. So you might want to protect the gnomes. Just saying.
Yeah, gnomes can do it. How hard can it be?
Oh. They throw you the keys and say, you.
I drive us off a cliff.
Yes, exactly. Okay. You head down. You start hitting areas of more solid rock and magma. Well, not magma, it'd be cooled magma. So it'll be like I don't know what the rock is called when you take lava and you cool it, but they're hitting that, and the gnomes report to their captain Maracas that this shouldn't be here. This is not caused by the damage above. Something has damaged the tunnel itself further down / higher up. Yep, just to
Maybe
give a
they
warning.
did it- Maybe they did it to try and cover themselves.
Mm.
This goes on for a little bit longer before the gnomes look a little worried, and they're conversing with each other. Maracas comes over and joins it, and you guys can hear kind of like the large part of the speech that's going on. They're concerned that there is actually flowing lava. They're hitting like the cooled part of it now, but the rock temperature they're saying is pretty high. They think that if they continue on, they're going to break through a plug, and there's going to be magma coursing down through this tunnel. While the ship can take some time in that and be okay, it's not proof against it. And of course, then you would have lava flowing into the town.
That would solve a dinosaur problem. I mean,
It's okay. I can still cast resist fire
Yeah,
on myself.
Maracas asks if they can just create a parallel tunnel. And so they try for a bit, and they find that they can cut into some rock that's cooler, and they think that they would be running parallel to the stream. And so they do that. It's going to be slower going, as they're going to have to drill through rock as they go. But yeah, so they're making basically a new tunnel shaft heading up.
As much as it might induce hilarity, would stone to mud be useful at this point?
It might make matters worse.
Yeah. Did your hilarity? Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's a possibility, but yeah,
That's right.
very
I
well
was
make things
not paying
worse.
attention anyway, so we're safe.
Buddy, stop. Dog. Come here. Want to say hi to everybody? Ugh. Buddy wants to say hi.
Hello.
You're a big dog. Oh, jeez. You're eating too much chicken. Okay, so they continue on. Slower going before, but the temperatures aren't rising as much, and the gnomes seem to be much happier about things. Eventually, all of you guys do feel that shift where you feel like your stomach is rising, like you're going on a what are they called? What are those carnival rides?
Roller
Gosh, my
coaster.
brain's not working. Like a roller coaster, right? Where gravity flips and now you are drilling up instead of down. Eventually, you guys break through onto that platform. You guys remember the platform that had kind of like the halfway mark that they were using to stage food and whatnot. So you make it there, and you find that some sort of battle has been fought. There are still bodies laying around. You come up with a lot of the guards coming out, thinking that you are perhaps another attacker. And it looks like there was damage done to. You remember also that there were holes carved into the sides as they were excavating into the mountainsides here. It looks like there's far more holes now, and you do see like a stream of magma coming out of one of them, going down the pit. You guys have just basically made a new pit, a much smaller one coming up. Maracas, Maracas gets out, basically like, hey, makes introductions of everyone to say that we're not enemies. What happened? And this is where you get the lowdown. That yes, Kelter came up. They thought it was just another storage run, so they didn't think anything of it. And then they took the machine and pierced. They seemed to know exactly what they were doing. The side of the mountain there, causing the lava to flow down into the pit, sealing off the pit. There was a pitched battle. He had a lot of natives that was helping him. They took something from the store, one of the storage vaults. They don't know what it is because they don't have a complete inventory of what was there, but they seem to know exactly what they were looking for. And then they created another tunnel and they went out that way. They kind of point. And so this other tunnel is kind of at a slant going towards the surface. So your commander Marquez does have a better understanding of what are in the vaults. So she asked that somebody take her to the vault that was plundered. She goes off, leaving you guys behind for a little bit. She investigates what was stolen.
Can I go with her?
Yeah.
Or,
she doesn't stop you, doesn't invite you to go, but she doesn't stop you from going if you wish.
Nothing will stop Scrimmershanks going where he wants.
Except for
So
stopping.
yeah, I
him.
mean, I'll tag along and see what else is in the vault that I might liberate for our purposes as well.
Is that magma a problem at the moment that needs to be dealt with, or is it just it's done its thing, or just going to be annoying? Or
Well, after conversing with you, they didn't know if it went all the way down through the town or not. Apparently, the fall was enough to cool it significantly for it to create a lava plug. So,
Okay.
other than right now sealing off the shaft, no.
okay, cool. Just, right. I can't do anything to help. I just wanted to see if I could
Yeah.
stop it from being worse. But
Yep.
otherwise, I'll see if there's anyone that needs help.
Okay. So you tag along Scrimbleshanks. You were brought to a vault. Most of the stuff here are crated food, tools, weapons, ingots of metal, which they were using as trade goods for the natives to get help with, that sort of thing. But the vault that was breached in particular, though, was not this. You go into that vault, and there are ingots of gold, ingots of silver, what you assume are magic items on shelves. And what's missing is a box. Marquez notes it. Says it was something that they found in the Hollow World. Some bit of machinery that they didn't understand. It was supposed to be earmarked to go back to the surface on another run. That's what was taken. So some bit of machinery.
Was it made of metal?
Metal, crystal.
No, it's just metal is rare down there. I just wanted to.
Yeah.
I mean that might describe. So that somehow he needs to have arranged a force of natives and gnomes, while having only been down there one day. So this is an operation they've been planning for a while, and he was just the person they trusted to do this. All right. Okay. Well, that's interesting. I don't think there's anything else. Well, I don't know. Have they found anything else down there? Scrolls or anything? Because I know we were able to. No, I don't think they had a written language, did they?
No, this was an anomaly. It's something that they definitely felt should not have been down there.
That's what we're looking for.
I mean,
So I don't have a pic of it instead of giving you a description, I'm just going to tell the players it looks like a control console. It looks like a screen with buttons and
It's a Nintendo Switch.
well, I'm sure they will be happy to play Mario on it wherever they go.
Doom. Everything plays Doom.
Yeah. I mean, it wouldn't be bad for those long rides going up and down if it did. Maybe you just got bored and went, we'll stop here. I don't know. All right, well, that's interesting. Thank you. I guess I'll wander away with or without the cleric, to go and tell the others.
So yeah, so you guys now need to decide what you want to do. I mean, you kind of found out what you were sent down here for, and the question is, are you going to go after Kelcher? Are you just going to leave in general and go and report back to the person who sent you down here? What do you guys want to do? So Marikaz is not like, she had no idea what it was anyway. She's just going to mark the fact that it was stolen. They have more gnomes and more digging machines up here, so they're going to, well, first of all, they need to seal off the magma flow and just have a new shaft drilled, which, you know, you've already got the small one up this way. Spent the last few hours doing that. So yeah, it's, you know, it's caused a lot of destruction and setback, but nothing really I don't know, nothing really tragic. Doesn't understand what Kelcher's I mean, obviously Kelcher had to know what it was, and it seemed to be the object of everything that he came down here for, but beyond the scope of what Marikaz can do anything about, she's just going to report back up to her supervisors the next time they go topside, unless if you guys are heading topside, she can send the messages with you.
Our dude wanted us to try and get technology from that place, from his people. That item sounds like one of those things. And if that guy is with a new god, I'm now quoting this, and they specifically came for only that thing, I think we should get that thing and bring it to our guy. But I also don't mind getting the hell out of here. But that sounds important.
Can't argue with your logical thinking type stuff.
Like, new god wants artifact of questionable power.
Talk it over. I can still hear you guys. I'll be right back. I think he just opened a wound on him.
Oh no.
Buddy, you okay, bud? Let me see.
Well, yeah, I'm all for getting out of this place and possibly finding the guy at the same time.
Oh.
You think that's a good idea? So yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
Did they go topside?
I went up somewhere.
Yeah, at an angle just to get away from the normal places.
Maybe they went to the, the halfway point in the Hollow Earth, the not quite so Hollow Earth. I don't
That's
know.
where. Yeah, that's
That's
where
where we are now.
That's where they went.
No, another one further. Slightly
Oh,
further
another
up. I don't
one.
know.
Oh,
I mean,
Wait,
the other place has got to come from somewhere, so I
the
don't know whether
quarterly
they.
point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, do we know?
It still sounds like this guy with the new god is someone we should be tracking down as part of whatever the hell it is that we're supposed to be doing.
Uh-huh.
So here's the thing. You guys don't know how to use the tunnelers to follow that shaft, but if he is heading topside, you can take, you remember you guys came down to these cylinders, right, that were dropping the top? So you can take a cylinder back. If you think he just went topside, then you have another way to get topside. If you
What
want to
if
follow his shaft, you will have to commandeer one of the tunnelers and its gnomish crew, which Marikaz is willing to send you with if you want to do that. But if you just want to get topside, you can use the cylinders.
I'm scared that's sabotage. Has anyone used that in the last since we were
Yes.
attacked? Okay,
Yes.
okay. Then it's fine. Okay.
Didn't that take like a week to travel in that damn thing?
Yep.
Mhm.
Yeah, so you would be there for a week. Actually, if it goes at an angle and we just went straight up, we'd be quite far from where it is. Potentially. Well, that's
We had-
astrometric thinking.
We hit another lava vein on the way up and flood the middle area.
Oh, we just killed everyone.
That's where locate object would be able to help to know where the hell the damn thing is, but it's too far away. If only we had some kind of laser to help bore straight through the tunnel.
Lasers. Dinosaurs and lasers.
Mm.
Yes, what's the battle plan? Marikaz basically just writing this off. It's like nothing we can do about it. We don't even know what it was they took. Someone should report back to the home camp. It doesn't have to be you. They can send other people.
Now, if we're back in the proper Earth, can't remember the name of the planet, that means most of our spells on that would be back to being normal.
Yeah, you're here at the halfway point. Your spells work normally.
Yeah.
What if we commandeer the Gnomish crew, follow the tunnel? If it goes topside, we just send the gnomes with the message, and then they can go back, and then we follow the dude? Maybe? That's a
Not a bad
crapshoot.
plan.
but-
That's a good one.
Yep. If you like that plan, why doesn't someone talk to Marikaz and convince her to assign you that task? Remember, you're still in
He
the
puts the
army.
pretty one
as it
forward.
is.
Markaz, we could deliver the message, or at least the Gnomish crew could deliver the message if we go topside. I make the suggestion that we take this vehicle and follow the tunnel they took and try and wreak some vengeance on them. If we end up topside, the Gnomish crew will take their machine, deliver the message, and we'll continue on our way of vengeance.
Let me make a charisma check.
Oh no. Scroll. Charisma. Boop, please. No.
We are severely low on any kind of soldiers and protection down there. Now we have finished the fence, but if we're attacked again by sky ships, we could use everyone who's able to fight. However, you do know this Kelter and your officer Zurban. This Kelter Zurban, you were in his company the longest of any of us. I do understand he did not accompany you here. You met when you signed up for service.
Yes, but
Do
we saved
you
each other's
think-
lives.
Do you believe he is likely to cause us more problems? Is his end goal to shut down our operation, to grind this? What do you believe, knowing the man as you do, what do you believe his goals are?
If I'm being honest, I believe his goals are beyond even this war and part of a greater problem still with that artifact he ran off with. I seek to stop him and make sure that doesn't fall into the wrong hands of a possible false god.
Artifact. Do you know something of this machine that was found?
I have heard things and conversed with many people in my travels, and I don't know anything about it particularly, but something adjacent to it, and I could get it to somebody to identify it further.
I am loath to lose the manpower, but if this Kelter Zurban is going to further harass our mission, cause a further loss of life, I'd rather head that off at the pass. Take one of the tunnelers and its crew. I'll give you 2 cycles. So remember, there's no day and night. It's just there's cycles of X number of hours. I think a cycle is an 8-hour time lapse. Take 2 cycles. Follow him as best you can. If you are able to make contact, bring him back or dispatch him if necessary. After 2 cycles, if you can't make contact, return.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, they assign you another tunneler that's just been repaired freshly and 2 gnomes to crew it. They give you one of the smaller, lighter ones that are mostly used for exploratory use, so it doesn't have this huge cargo capacity in the back.
That means Radnar has to walk
He takes up at least 10,000 of that 50,000 cargo capacity.
No. I'm a large person.
It's his ego mostly.
Most.
But also
Takes up
it's
room.
hard.
It's so palpable it takes up room. Okay. The gnomes aren't too happy about possibly going into danger, but okay. You have a crew, you have a vehicle, and you have a passage that has already been drilled.
You're not going into danger. You're going to explore the great masses of unknown spaces where, you can be the first to be there. Isn't that something great that you want to do? Test the limits of your machines. Woo!
They look at one another, and they look at you, and they say, no.
Uh-huh. Eh,
We're not great adventurers. We like to sit around and build things. Exploration, not so much either, but often we're tapped for such things. Don't get us into trouble if you can at all possibly avoid it. If you want to come back in one piece, the temperatures in these tunnels get very extreme. Outside of this shuttle that we're going to take, I doubt you could survive it.
eh.
Ryder's like, oh, really? You want to make a bet? 2 cycles then return, and perhaps we will send you to the surface with news. Dismisses you. She goes to take stock of what else was destroyed, damaged, and how low on troops they are. Okay. Yes, drink up for the very hot ride. As a matter of fact, as you do go into the tunneling device, these things are fairly well shielded, but not perfectly so. If everybody can make me a constitution check, please. If you fail it, no big deal. It's just you're going to be overheated, dehydrated slightly, meaning -1 to some of your actions.
Rednor and I don't care.
You don't care. Yes,
Yeah.
you've got the helms on.
Yep.
How are the gnomes doing? Are they being affected by it?
Oh, they do this so often they're used to it. They're wearing their still suits, you see.
Whew. It's almost as hot as I've ever been down here.
Okay, so everybody is basically fine. It's hot, but you're fine. As it goes up, these machines.
Snuffleheim? You're not doing so well.
No, that was a charisma check.
Oh, right.
No, he hasn't rolled his con yet. Make me a
No,
con
he
check,
has.
Ron.
I rolled
yeah,
Dilga
yeah.
has
con.
not.
I made
Dilga
a high
has it.
success.
Oh yeah, I see it. Okay. So who?
No,
are
you
we
made a
missing?
low success, right?
Dilga hasn't rolled.
Dilga hasn't rolled. Dilga, con check.
Higher is better, right?
But I haven't rolled either.
You
You
don't need to.
No, you don't
You're
need to.
immune
You
to
got your
heat.
helm of hot
Sorry.
heat prevention-ness.
Sweet.
Constantine, con check.
Huh? Oh. 1 second.
Also fine. Okay. You head off. This smaller tunneler is much faster than the cargo carrier. So you make time fairly quick as it kind of just rockets up the hole that it's already made. And it's going off at an angle, but it does start to turn so that it's almost going straight up. Then you hit some turbulence. The gnomes kind of look at each other. They look at their control panels. They say, there are hot spots on the hull. Not the whole hull, just spots. And then you guys feel like it feels like something on the outside of the machine is hammering into the machine.
Well, drive away from it then, or is it always there?
Yeah, no, this is the first time we've experienced this. They try to go faster, and things start to go wrong very quickly. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm gonna roll a d5. The hole next to Dilga is breached as a fiery fist is punched through the hole of your digging machine. The fist is got but 3 fingers on it, a thumb and 2 fingers, and it seems to be made of flowing red hot magma.
Magma.
Initiative, guys.
Shit.
Let's have Richard roll D6. Is anyone casting?
Mm,
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I'm
Richard
casting.
rolled a-
Have we had time to renew all our spells?
You had a good amount of time digging up here to the platform, so I'm going to say you had 6 hours. So whatever you could have relearned in 6 hours, or whatever you chose to relearn in 6 hours,
Okay.
it's fine.
How much would that be?
It's basically an hour per spell level.
Hour per spell level? Okay.
You could have used your time wisely instead of just sitting there playing with your Game Boys.
Maybe that's how we
Roll a
relearn
5.
spells. You don't know.
The magma men go first as that hole that's made by the fist widens as this bipedal magma creature that's kind of stunty. It doesn't have much of a torso. It's all shoulders, arms, and these stunty little legs as it pulls itself into the vehicle. Next to Dilga. What's your armor class, Dilga? It's going to miss. Never mind. As one fiery fist kind of rockets towards your face, misses, and just kind of hits the interior compartment of the gnomish vehicle, melting a little bit of the components on the wall. More fist holes appear through other parts. It looks like they're just tearing your driller apart, letting in like the superheated air as well. Except for those people that are proof against heat, please make me a save. Give me a second here. Check something. What is the most fitting one for this? Dragon Breath.
Hmm.
So if you're proof against fire or heat, you're fine. Okay, those of you that fail, you're not taking damage. But what's going on? It's very difficult to breathe. Whatever your constitution is whatever it happens to be, in that many rounds, you're going to start having heat stroke going on. So you all of you've got at least a 10 con, I believe, that failed. Yes, Grimbleshanks and Dion.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay. Who's got a lower? Anyone got? Well, what's yours, Dion?
My con score? I think it's a
Yeah.
15.
Okay, Richard, what's yours?
A 16.
Okay, so as we're going through this battle, just every time your turn comes around, mark 1 off your con. It is not going to affect your hit points, and it's not permanent. Okay, but just every time your turn comes around, just mark 1 off your con. Everyone else that made the save, that needed to make the save, I don't think Dilgo, you didn't
Nobody
roll.
else rolled yet, so we don't know.
Well, 2 of us don't need
I mean,
to
do you
roll.
need me
Yeah,
to roll?
I
Just
know the 2
Dilga.
of you don't
Yeah.
need to do it, so
Dragon's Breath. Save versus Dragon's Breath.
Do you need me to roll?
Yes. Oh, no,
unless
not
you're
you.
immune to fire.
Just
Oh.
Constantine.
Okay. Did you just say just Constantine after I...
Yes.
Okay, I'm so sorry. It sounded like you said no to me.
Yeah.
Okay, I failed.
Failure. Same thing with you. So every round your turn comes up and mark 1 off your constitution. It's not permanent. Just keep track and tell me when it hits 0.
Okay.
So first round, they go first. So one of them made an attack. The other ones are basically just getting into the capsule at this point. Your turn, you had some spellcasters doing spells. What were the spells? What are you casting?
I'm casting Create Water.
Ooh.
Ow.
I'm hot.
nice.
That's going to make superheated steam very quickly. Okay, so create water. Are you going to create it right on one of the magma guys?
I want to create it
Causes
are we still
moving?
moving? Or
Yes,
do we stop
You're
moving?
still moving.
Uh,
They haven't done enough damage to stop
well,
the
since
machine
the
yet. It has
ground
a fair
or a
amount of hole.
wall, so I'm just gonna how tall is this thing?
Okay, so it is about it's 6 feet in diameter, so it's kind of a cramped space.
Okay. Boop! Right on the ceiling sprinkler system.
All right, so you're gonna flood the compartment with water, is what I'm hearing.
Yep.
Okay. Okay. I tell you what, I will. That's going to do some damage to the magma guys, but it's also going to cause a lot of superheated steam. So why don't you roll 4d8 for me?
Okay.
That's the damage to each one of these magma men. There are 4.
4d8. 22.
It's so 4, 6, 5, and 7. Okay. Yes, it does cause their skin to kind of cool off, causing the magma to kind of lessen and forming a crust that they have to kind of break through, making them a little bit slower, and it does do them some damage. Everyone, make me a luck check, starting with Richard. High, low, roll luck.
Low for me.
You're fine. You don't get hit in a bolt of steam. Dion,
Yay.
high, low.
Hi.
You're okay. Jameis, high, low.
Does it matter?
Yeah, kind of. Not for damage, but it just...
Hi. But yeah, no, I get hit.
All right, so the steam doesn't affect you, but it does blind you as you were just caught in like this superheated
Did I
jet
get
of
my
steam.
spell off first? Because I was also a spellcaster in this round.
Yeah, since spellcasting all happens at the same time, you'll get your spell off, and then you're blinded.
Right.
Radnar, high, low. Luck check.
Hi.
Okay,
Oh.
Same thing with you. You're not affected by the steam, but you are caught in it, blinding you. And then Dilga, high, low.
Hi,
Get
I'd
your-
love to be high right now.
Go ahead, roll a d100.
Oh! My brain
No.
is running at like 2%.
Okay, you are caught
capacity.
in a stream of superheated water. You take 3 points of damage.
Maybe not.
Okay, and your spell, Galen, right before you get hit with the steam.
I reach out and touch Dilgar and cast Resist Fire.
Okay, never mind that d4 damage, Dilga. You are still blinded, but you don't take the damage. All right, that's spell casting on your side. So non-spell casting. Radnar, what do you want to do? There's one of these magma men fully inside attacking Dilga. 4
I
more
can't see
that
anything
are
right now. I'm blinded.
right. Is there anything you want to do?
I don't know. Can I get behind something? Kind of try to.
You
Well,
yeah,
I
you can just
can't see
move out of the steam. Yeah, you can just move out of the steam. You take a few steps back so that you can see,
Okay.
and you can still have an action. That's movement. It doesn't put you. I'm going to say that puts you near one of the fists that have just come through the outside of the machine. So the creature hasn't pulled itself in yet, but its fist is kind of sticking out near you. It's point of attack if you wanted to attack it or use an item.
I could use an item. That staff of wizardry has fireball, doesn't it?
Against a creature that's primarily made of fire? Sure.
Oh. Okay. No. No, I'm just gonna hide.
You're gonna hide. Okay, yeah. You get out of the way of all the arms. Now, as I said, the machine is still moving, and these things are either moving along with it or they're being dragged along as they've got their limbs inside. Scrimbleshanks, what are you doing?
I'm going to try talking. I don't know whether they can understand me or not, but we'll
Okay.
give it a go, and I'll just say, hey, we're not with those other guys who came through here and wrecked up your shit. We're trying to capture them. They're horrible criminals. Please help us if you can. Meh.
I like it. Assume you're doing this in common.
Yep.
Okay. Well, they don't understand common, so
Yeah, well, there we go.
yeah.
I thought it was worth one try before we,
They are
make real
intelligent.
weapons to
The
understand them.
one closest to you does kind of pause as you're saying, but it doesn't seem like he understands what
And
you're
then the
saying.
sprinkler system turns on, and they all
Yeah.
go, ah, shit.
Okay. Dilga, you've got one that's fully inside next to you. It just tried to attack you. You want to attack it back? Constantine?
I'm so sorry. What do you need me to roll?
Do
Nothing.
you want to attack
You
this thing that
choose.
is attacking you, or do you want to do
Yes.
something else? Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
Do you have magical weapons? I take it that's a no. Okay.
No.
Didn't somebody
Okay.
give you a spear?
The
No.
spirit
Didn't
attack.
want
He didn't take it. He didn't want a
Okay.
spear. Yeah.
All right.
Also, I can't really use his spear. It's too big.
Okay. That will miss. So yeah, you swing, you flail around, nothing happens. And Ragnar got out of the way, Stoltheim dead. So that's round. So next turn, before this happens though, let me make a roll for the gnomes. They're still trying to get control of the vessel. The weight's throwing it off, so it's kind of shimmying. It's still moving though. D6 for me, Dion. And is anyone on your side casting?
I will cast D6.
Yeah, me too.
Okay.
I do want to,
Four.
but I don't know if I can without having to move.
All right, they go first. The one on Dilga is going to attack Dilga. 12. What's your AC? Constantine, what's your AC?
Oh, it is 2.
Okay, that misses. The rest of them, I'm going to make a roll here. Oh, one of them is torn away from the hole. Another one's torn away from the hole. And another one. Last one pulls itself in. So you have 2 attackers. The other one, the machine's running fast enough that it's kind of left them behind. 2 of them are inside. One of them already attacked. One of them gets inside with their action. So your turn, spellcasters. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna cast Resist Fire on myself.
I think, didn't Jameis already cast that on you? Or no?
No, on
all
Dilga,
right.
not on me.
Okay, yeah. Good move. What was the other spell casting? Ragnar?
Was I able to cast a spell, or do I need to move and thus can't cast? Or
So you're fine. It just lasted that moment. So the steam's gone
Okay.
now.
all right, I cast on Dilga's weapon, striking.
Yes, that is good.
That gives you an extra D6 and treats it as if it was magical. It lasts a turn, so that's like 10 minutes. So the fight.
Which
But
also means the weapon doesn't melt when you hit the magma. Bill, were you casting?
I keep forgetting what doesn't work. I can't cast magic missile, can I?
Yes, you can.
Yes, you can. We're
Everything
more
works
topside
now. Yeah, you're topside now. All spells that you normally can cast
Oh, all
work.
right. Well, in that
and that's
case,
a
yeah.
force, so they can't be immune to it.
Yeah. Okay, 12, not bad.
Okay, so you have 2 targets. One that Dilga is fighting, one that just pulled its way in. Which one do you cast it at?
The one that just came in.
Okay, yes, it takes that damage. It definitely seems to have hurt it. And let me... Okay. All right, that's magic. So physical, Dilga, you want to attack the one you're up against?
Yes.
You now have a glowing weapon, courtesy of Galen.
All right. Still the same bonus to hit and such.
Yeah, you do get extra damage. They still normal hit.
Yeah, you get an extra D6 damage.
Okay, I'll roll an extra.
That hits.
Ooh.
So you got 5 points of damage plus... Oh, that's a lot of damage. Yeah. It was already damaged by the water before, so you cut through this creature, and it kind of just clean cuts it in half, and it just kind of turns into a pool of magma And since your vessel's still moving, it just kind of pulls out the hole that it made. So one down, one still up. Scrimbleshanks?
I really don't know. I mean, I guess I can pull out my bow, but I guess that wouldn't be a great thing to be using in here.
You miss it, it ricochets and kills a
So,
gnome.
so what it means is basically if you're shooting at it, even though it's not engaged in melee, it's such tight quarters that would be the same as shooting in melee. So just don't miss.
I can not miss. I'm great at that. So yeah, all right. I will
Cool.
do that. I'll pull up my bow and shoot at somebody. Pew 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 pew.
My
I
leg!
got a better AC than AC 9.
I still think that it's going to miss everyone. I think everyone's AC is better than 9 anyway. So it's just a clean miss.
I don't know about the gnomes, so you know.
Oh, that's true. You could hit a gnome. No, you need a 10. You need a 10 to basically hit anything. So yeah. That will 9. Yeah, 9 would hit it. Okay. Okay. Here we go. Let me make a check. It's possible that you
Thanks.
hit a gnome. So
Yeah, don't worry, I'm on the case.
go ahead and make another attack roll as if the gnome were your target.
No, because then I will actually roll well, and
And that's good. We've still got 50 gallons of water being created. That wasn't just one turn they got it all out.
Yeah, it's one of the things.
yeah,
that's
there
letting
you go. I
Oh
hit
my
AC minus
gosh!
5, so you know.
Yes, you hit one of the gnomes. It's like ah! It's only 3 points of damage though. It doesn't kill the gnome.
Yeah, I'll try my hardest to kill them next turn. Don't worry.
All right, it does throw them off though, so they are not able to make any further headway. So you still have one of these creatures in here, in its next turn. So JMS, roll a d6. Is anybody on your side casting?
Yes.
I'm casting.
Yeah, it is casting.
Oh no.
Come on, simultaneous. What are you rolling, Bert?
Goes
It goes
first.
first.
Yeah, it explodes its magma body all over the inside.
Oh,
of the
fortunately,
carriage.
there's a lot of water here already cooling everything down. So
Well, I think everyone is proof against fire right now, except for who did you not get, Galen? You got Dilga, right?
Scrimbleshanks is open and available for burning.
All right,
Hello.
Scrimbleshanks, make me a dex check, Scrimbleshanks.
Roast halfling.
Dex. Right, there we go.
It's not drinking this. Really nice.
Success. Pretty high success.
Mm.
Oh,
Mm.
Okay, one of the gnomes survives this with a natural 20. The other gnome is, the one that you hit with an arrow doesn't have to suffer for too long.
I didn't hit it with an arrow. You can't tell that from the burned body. The arrow's evaporated. It wasn't me.
Okay, everyone else is okay. So Richard, you're basically Scrimbleshanks just ducks behind some components in there.
Don't mind I don't mind the gnome.
Yeah. There we go. Oh wow. So that happens. That does take care of the last of the intruders. You do have one gnome left who was the primary pilot, not the co-pilot. Let me make a roll. Does gain control of the machine and kind of angles it so that the water, the magma all dump out. Not enough hull points were done to cause the machine to not function, but it is all very, very warm in here right now. We didn't go enough rounds for anybody's constitution to drop to 0 that failed their saves, and other than Scrimbleshanks, who's the only one that's really bothered by heat, it's all good. Yeah, so a little bit of some laying in wait for you as you continue on. The gnome looks over he's like, Pete!
Okay, I'm
Burned
gonna
down
do
skeletal
this.
frame.
This
Still
is not
sitting in the
something I
seat.
wanted to try that often, but I'm going to try it. Raise dead.
Okay. You going to try and raise dead? Okay.
Yeah. As it is immediate, I don't have to worry about the spell, the height, the difference or anything. But there is weakness. Returning from death is an ordeal until the subject 2 full weeks of bed rest has 1 point, moves at half normal rate, cannot carry heavy items, cannot attack, cast spells or use other class abilities. You can't do anything
Okay.
about that magically. But at least he's alive and can hopefully still pull levers.
You resurrect him in the seat that's full of magma, and then he dies again. No, right?
Yeah.
No. Okay, so you save his buddy, which he's thankful for.
That's a
You
level
guys-
5 spell, so as long as we can cast level 5 clear it spells.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
okay, cool.
You
I'm
have
not
full
gonna be doing
access
that
to
again
even
anytime
getting
soon.
them back now too, because your goddess is back.
Yeah. So yeah, I need to rest.
Okay, so we'll end it there for the night with you guys continuing on following Kelter, who seems to have left some things behind, possibly, or maybe he just irritated somebody on the way up. Hard to tell. But there we go. All right. Well, we'll leave it there, and we'll find out what happens to Kelter next episode. Richard, what you got going on? You doing some streaming tonight?
Hopefully so, yes. Hi, I'm Richard. You can watch me play video games badly right here on Twitch at LMTDTMFFR. Or, say it with me now, come on.
Limited time offer. No
No
vowels.
No
Indeed.
vowels. Kill those vowels. Yeah. Dion, what do you got going on?
Well, when I'm not here playing TTRPGs with all my super cool awesome friends, yeah, that's you guys, all of you. Yeah. You can find me on my channel at Substances Used, where I play retro JRPG games. We beat Kodalka, and now I don't know what I'm going to play yet. I'm waiting for some new controllers to come in the mail,
Oh,
and then I'll figure it out.
new gear, always good.
Hmm.
All right, Jameis, tell us all about your blog.
Yeah, well, I do have some new movies that I watched this week, very long ones. And that was in spite of the fact that Dizzle Bus for Hope is still going on, even as we speak. I've still got about 12 hours or so left, just so I can still go over there and donate for charity.
Cool. And found us, know where we are, but before we do that, I should ask Bill, you got anything going on for the Frog Gods?
Yeah, running Cults of the Sundered Kingdoms, Swords and Wizardry. It's going well. We got some spots open, so if you're interested, hit me up. I'll get you in the game.
Cool. And just go to Blue Magic, BLUMAGIK.com to find too many years of podcasting goodness. Yeah. Say goodbye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.